Lane said after the game that, on that last offensive possession, he sensed confidence kind of coming from you guys, that he kind of sensed that he felt like y'all were going to go down there and score. Did you feel that on that last possession?
Yeah, absolutely. I felt like we'd been in that position before. Felt like we'd been moving the ball the whole game. So I never felt like once that, they had the upper hand or anything like that. So yeah, I was really confident I was going down there and putting it in the end zone.
Kind of on that same.
Kind of did it a little too fast, but
that's exactly where I was going. Lane told us about that conversation that you had where it was a minute 40 left, and you came back. He's like, "We scored too fast," and Lane was like, "Can you please just be positive and all that? Can you, if you don't mind sharing, just kind of walk us through kind of those moments?"
Yeah. Well, we're a tempo offense, so we go fast. I kind of blame it on Coach Weiss and Coach Kiffin for calling too good of plays to get us down there that fast. But yeah, I know like as a quarterback, when you see that much time, and you see that they also had 2 timeouts, it's kind of like, okay, that's a lot of time to deal with. So, but at the same time, I had a lot of confidence in our defense. They've been there, they've won us games in those kinds of situations many times, and I just knew they were going to be able to get it done.
Obviously, you guys already have more than enough motivation coming into an SEC game, but how much more did they add? I mean, we all saw the Instagram comments and all that. Can you just talk about if that was used as bulletin board material at all?
Yeah, absolutely. We knew like coming in that they were, a top 10 defense in the country. They're really talented and all that stuff, and we felt like we have one of the best offenses in the country. So, coming into it, we had a lot of confidence already. And then them doing that, all it did was just boost it even more. And I know the O-line specifically, they took that to heart, especially because of how many defensive linemen, commented on it. But, I guess they don't get enough attention from the games they're losing. So it was a good win for us.
Obviously, offense goes out, expects to score every possession, every drive. But this confidence that we're kind of talking about today, was there a moment at this season you've kind of felt that, or y'all as an offensive group felt that kind of confidence that, yeah, we're just going to go out there and score when we need to?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's confidence that you just have to have as a group. So, we come into work every single day, the same approach, take it day by day, rep by rep, possession by possession throughout the game. And, we just felt like we prepared really well this week. I thought that we had like some of our best weeks of practice, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So felt like coaches had a great game plan for us, so we were really confident going into it.
After the LSU game, you told us that Trey Harris was like eerily calm that day. What was he like today? Because he had himself quite the game.
Well, we woke up this morning, had breakfast, and then I came back in the room, and he was like going to go back to sleep, and I was like, bro, how can you go to sleep right now? I'm wide awake. We have to play an early game, so I was like already juiced up, and so I guess he was just super calm again because he was able to go back to sleep.
On the play where you had to leave for a play, did you just kind of get your bell rung on that one?
Yeah, I just got the wind knocked out of me.
It looked like you were like trying to stay in and go in. Is that just kind of your mentality right now? You just don't want to be off the field at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just the way I've always been. I just really wasn't able to breathe at that time.
Is this as well as you've played?
Like at college, I would probably say so. I thought high school was a little bit different, but I played at a pretty elite high school, or played at an elite level my high school senior year. But I just felt like it was finally nice. Coach kind of talked about it going into the game that we had all the guys around, and this was like the most healthy that our team has been. So. It's really nice when you're able to, throw it up to Trey or to J-Watt, to D-Wade, to pre-score and all those guys, and they're able to make plays and make my job easier.
You told me in I guess it was August, you said that there were times last year in decision-making that things looked kind of gray because it was still sort of new. You thought you were making the right decision, but you weren't positive. This year, it looks like pretty positive. Is the game look different to you in year 2 in this offense?
Yeah, absolutely. I think just the more experience that you get, the more reps you get. I feel like I've played in a lot of big time football, and I've seen a lot of different looks. So I kind of just feel like the game has just slowed down for me. Being able to go through my progressions. I mean, you're gonna make mistakes every game, but it's minimizing those and playing the next play and not getting too down on a mistake. And I just feel like my mentality of that standpoint has changed a lot, and I've been able to mature a lot from it.
Jaxson, you talked about the talent Texas A&M has defensively. Well, you overcame them today. how do you continue to build on the momentum you've garnered as you face another even tougher defense in Georgia on the road?
Yeah, well, first of all, they were super freaky. I mean, they definitely won the pregame, look contest. Just going out on the field and seeing how big they are and how talented they were. I mean, that's an elite group with a lot of elite talent, and majority of those guys are going to go to the NFL. But I think just going forward, this is the SEC. You're going to play great defenses inside and out. That's what the SEC is known for is defense, and especially the trenches. So, like I said earlier, like our mindset needs to remain the same week in and week out. Of just how can we prepare, not get too high, get too low, and play each game as just one game.
Jaxson, how did you experience that blocked field goal? Where were you, and what did you see?
I was just on the sideline next to Coach Kiffin. Yeah, it was kind of a turn of events for sure. I felt like we had completely dominated the game, and that's just football. Sometimes they have really good players over there too, so they're going to make plays. And they made a great play and made us pay for it. But I thought it was really big how we were able to come back and answer on the next drive.
The blocked field goal at the end.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought the one at halftime. I was kind of in the back, kind of by J-Watt, kind of where I was against LSU. I picked my nose like crazy. I was super anxious. But Austin Thomas said before they kicked it, we called the timeout, and he just kept saying over and over, like, we're going to block this, we're going to block this. And I think just hearing him say that and just seeing how confident that he was put a lot of confidence in me that we were going to win that.
What was the post-game celebration like?
I don't even know. I kind of blacked out. I was just running around screaming.
Jaxson, you threw for almost 400 yards, and Winchon broke 100 yards. Can't do that without the offensive line playing well. One sack against a team that leads the nation in sacks.
Yep.
Give your offensive line a little love.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like they've been able to play better each and every single week. I think a big part of that is just their confidence and, just seeing the results. Coming into this game, they, like I said earlier, they had a lot of motivation coming into it, and they had a chip on their shoulder, and they wanted to make a statement. And I thought you saw that throughout the whole game, just the physicality, the demeanor that they had to, kind of just like impose their will, especially on that defensive line where they have so much talent and that stuff. So I thought their mindset coming into this week was an all-time high for them, and they were super confident, and they really wanted to make a statement, and really credit to them because our offense goes through them.
I'm sure you'd be happy winning every game 70-0, but how much do you enjoy or relish that opportunity to go in there and ice the game for your team with the touchdown on a game-winning drive?
Yeah, I'd honestly probably prefer to just have it in my hands so I can have some control over it. It's hard to, sit and not be out on the field, but we've had a lot of those, one-score games, tight games, and I just credit that to the culture that we've built here, and just being able to lean on each other when we face adversity or in times like that where it comes down to the last play of the game.
We've seen, like we talked about, your growing confidence, and Coach even said that he's really, really proud of you today. Does that add to your confidence? How does that make you feel?
Definitely makes me feel good, but at the same time, I'm gonna keep my same approach of taking it, day by day. Just going to focus on my preparation. We got a lot of ball left, so there's a lot of things to accomplish, and we haven't made it there yet. So got to stay level-headed and keep the same approach.
Just in your mind, Jaxson, what's it going to take for you guys to be able to, or what has to happen for you guys to be able to upset Georgia in Athens?
Obviously they're a really good team. I think that we're a really good team too. So. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to execution, who executes the most. They got talented guys like we do. And, I think a lot of it's going to come down to, winning one-on-one matchups and, winning the line of scrimmage. Appreciate it.